Hi everyone, and warm welcome again to a Quantum Astrology report from me, Kristoffersson, Soul Driver Energy, here in Sweden. This is about 12/12, December 12th, the portal to the new, to the beginning. And the energies that it's ongoing, the transiting energies, some days before, some days after. And for December 12th, 2018, I will draw a rune, a Nordic ancient rune. And this one is Hagal. That's the small ice particles when the rain freezes in the air and falls down. Hagal. And it's also the fundamental cosmic seed in the ancient Nordic interpretation. The ancient cosmic seed in the snow patterns and in the ice patterns, Hagal. And it's also to melting the ice within. We are transforming, we are transmuting, and this is to melt the ice. Here we have winter now. Hagal. And I will also draw a Quantum Tarot card, 80 cards, a mix of quantum physics and tarot. And this one is Eight of Swords. 8 is to manifest, abundance, etc. Sword is to cut through the illusions. And this book here says a sense of being trapped or oppressed. Open your eyes and you will see that it is possible to walk away. How can you free yourself? How can you free yourself? And melt the ice. And melting the ice is to free yourself. And this is to free yourself to come out of the old matrix, the old system of fear and manipulation. That's what we are doing right now in this moment, during this ascension, to free ourselves, come into the crystalline grid, shining. And 8 of Swords, that was. I want to keep it for the Swedish part also. So the chart for this day, 12/12/2018, it's an interesting day, and of course we had, I can take it here. Here we have December 12th. I take 12/12, of course, Central European time as the time, since I'm working from Sweden. And of course, this is also a connection with 21. If you switch 12, you get 21. 21st of December is the winter solstice. So here's a portal between the 12/12 and December 21st. And 12, that's 3 in numerology. That's the artist, the joy, the expression, the harmony, and the catalyst. That is on the world scene and in the small also, making every moment shine, number 3. To be free, creative, fantasy. And here we then have 12/12, so it's 3 and 3. And that's become the 6, the service to the world, to yourself. And 11, the master leader. And next year, 2019, is a 3-year a year for the joy and the expression, the fantasy, the creativity. 2019 as a number then when you add these numbers. And 3 is also the Trinity, the base for much of sacred geometry, etc. The holiness, the body, mind, soul, the 3, 6, 9 patterns building up the harmonies within us. And for this occasion, we have December 12th, we have Sun at 20 degrees 22 minutes in Sagittarius with MC. What we show in the middle of the day, our visions, our work, profession, or what we really want to manifest. And it's in the 10th house. To manifest the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge. And it's in the last decade of Sagittarius, and that's ruled by the Sun. And ordinary, all of Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, but then we have mid-decan ruled by Mars, and last decan also co-ruled by Sun. So it's about shining the life force here, and we have the galactic center here, 26 degrees of Sagittarius. The Sun now soon coming up in contact with this the coming weeks, and we have the winter solstice. We can say this portal opens up when the Sun comes in contact with the galactic center, and Sun is such a great force, so it's now the transiting Sun. And then we have the winter solstice, 21st, as a really big manifestation of this force from the galactic center here at 26, 27 degrees of Sagittarius. The galactic center is the main black hole in the middle of the Milky Way. And we have a lot of small black holes in our body. We can connect with this one. And this galactic center sends holographic codes to us, a script that we manifest in the way we individually perceive it with our heart, mind computer, the quantum computer. And it's sending it through our Sun, from the galactic center to our Sun and to us. And the Sun is now changing. It's a big shift. The poles are changing on Earth. And the magnetic force is the divine feminine that now will shift and take over in balance with the divine masculine force within us. And everything is a matter of perception, Sagittarius. What we perceive, what we believe in, is what we get. It's a starseed revolution, it's a mind change, this period, in many ways. For example, the 3 here. What is joy? What is happiness? It's a big change here, because now we realize that it's not outside us, it's inside us. It's to free ourselves of emotional density, to be free in our emotions and not be catched up, because the old system has made us in a prison of in a prison of stored emotions. But when we layer by layer come down and now transform, it's freeing us. And the moon is much more detached here in Aquarius. The moon in the 12th house, in our unconscious, in the contact with the oneness. But still, it's Lilith here. It's also about to free, especially from anger. to let it out if you have anger in yourself, because that is triggering you. And if you get angry about something or someone else, remember that that anger belongs to yourself. Always look back to yourself, see the projection, see the reflection. And that's the new happiness, that we are in the moment and that we can see that it's internal, and that we accept the challenges to free ourselves in that way, not trying to make up a mind control system of happiness that is outside, that is a facade, but going inside, accepting and being in the moment and accepting the life as it is, and getting this Uranus in the moment changes with light flashes. That's a big change. It's a big change in perception for humanity. And we light workers, we starseed, we twin flames are the one that are in the forefront for this one. To land the light here, the sun here, the codes here on our earth, Mother Earth. And for this 12-12, the moon here has a very interesting Sabian symbol. I want to read that one in Aquarius. Aquarius is original also and free, and that's the age of Aquarius, small communities, etc. So the masquerade has been for a very, very long time, and now has some laughing young females at last forced the last male guest to demask himself. It's about showing the secrets, demasking ourselves, and be open and accepting and surrender. So if you have pain, that's because you resist. You resist something in yourself. That's my experience. So do everything you can to accept, to free yourself of the resistance within. This here is degree for the moon. It's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is now direct here. Has become direct a couple of days before the 12th, 5-6 days, and at 27 degrees of Scorpio, and now still it's in Scorpio 12-12, and it's in a very interesting aspect to Chiron and North Node, a big trine ongoing for a long time to be with Mercury, because Mercury, when it goes seemingly retrograde, then relative motion to us, goes back and then stations a long time and then goes forward again. And now it's more, the mental activity is more outgoing, more direct, and it's in Scorpio, the deep waters of Scorpio, where also Venus is, the divine feminine love and Mother Earth, Demeter. It's about sexuality, it's about relationships, and this is also about knowledge. We have Jupiter here in Sagittarius, very close to the 10th house, but also in the 9th house. The change in the knowledge, in the beliefs, that is Jupiter in Sagittarius for this coming year. Since perception is everything. And this is also co-ruled by moon. So it's about the deep emotional communication, the thought, consciousness, Mercury. And it's a healing of this, the emotional Chiron, the emotional wounds is healed, the spiritual wounds. And it's the personal, it's It's about the personal identity now. It's about the quantum I am, how to create. The divine masculine is here in the first house, and Neptune and ascendant. And the spiritual warrior in contact with the Neptune, the spirit planet, and Pisces, the spirit sign. It's very strong, this, to find within your source. And this is co-ruled by moon. So it's also about intuition, like Cancer, nurturing yourself, your little child, to grow up by embracing your little child. Be very kind to yourself, be very motherly to yourself, and keep going with that. Keep loving yourself. Love, love, love. Uranus is here in the second house with Aries, changing our reality so much. It's so much big changes ongoing, and changing the self-worth in leaps, quantum leaps. What do you think about yourself? Are you good enough for yourself? And then the North Node in this big trine. What we collectively, every one of us on Earth, are now traveling to the motherly, nurturing Cancer. And this last part here is co-ruled by Neptune. So you see the interconnections. It's about the spirit. To find the love to yourself, to find the spirit within. And it's about the fifth house. It's about this, similar to the third house, the play, the creativity, the freedom of the five here. And we also have a big 11th house. That's about the small communities. It's about the quantum space everywhere to connect in soul families or other communities. And it's a transformation also about the Capricorn, the old Capricorn, and the Saturn, the old Saturn. It's the old patriarchy has been three-dimensionally mind controlling us. And now we free ourselves, we change this. And that's Pluto here, making this transformation. Pluto is in a square to Aries. That's discord for everything in this ordinary, normal reality. And Saturn is here. And South Node is here. Our origin from this patriarchy, it's also about our origin from much older, but we can, in one interpretation, is that this South Node is our emotional stored density from the patriarchy system, so that we now need to free ourselves from, to be happy. And that's the work. The work is to do the inner release. And if you think that it's easy to be in a twin flame relationship, you haven't catched the idea of the twin flame, because you get perfectly mirrored by the twin flame, the electric and magnetic force, positive, negative, etc. And that's so challenging. So if you think in that way, you can be glad if you are not in a twin flame relationship. You have to have spiritual integrity and maturity to be able to handle a spiritual relationship here on Earth if you meet here. You can also have a twin flame relationship with your twin on the other side. But it's so different to the ordinary picture of love relationships with peace and happiness and color, rose-colored glasses, etc. It's totally different. So if you seek for a twin flame, do it within. And Pluto is transforming this reality, and soon we will have, it's starting now. You can say Saturn is now soon in a in a starting to become in a conjunction with Pluto, and South Node is coming to a conjunction with Pluto. So in 2019, South Node is moving in this direction and Saturn is moving to Pluto. So everything will happen here in Capricorn with this transformation of the old system, especially for US. And Pluto is here at the magical 20 degree of Capricorn, where our humanity was born some 4 billion years ago in Lyra constellation, the cosmic eye. And now it's time to transform back and forward to the new. And we're doing it with our mind in a new state and with our upgraded divine feminine energy, and with Uranus in full power, and with divine masculine as a spiritual inner warrior healing our wounds. So I have my last day of my sale if you check the details below. Thank you very much for being here on Earth, and bye-bye.